Discover what's stopping you to achieve what you desire and how to grow your wealth with a money mindset. In today's episode with Gal Ezra, and he's the CEO and coach of Guaranteed Prosperity, serial entrepreneur, property investor, podcast host, public speaker, and business coach. So tell us, Gal, what is the secret for entrepreneurs to grow their wealth with a money mindset?
Welcome to Awakened Titans podcast with Lily Patrascu. Mind-blowing conversations with influential business titans sharing how you can manifest abundance, love, joy, success through quantum awakening, quantum manifestation, quantum healing, quantum miracles, exponential business growth, and innovative products and services.
Yeah, so the first thing is that you need to realize that you don't need your mind. And I know that that sounds weird. You know, most people look at their mind as something very important because the mind is their experiences. And people think that their experience is very important. Now, I say that your experience is what's limiting you. Because anytime there was any improvement in any sphere of life, technology, business, somebody said, I don't care about my experience. I'm doing the thing that I can create, my ideas. So at one point, experience told us that man cannot fly. And then some brothers came along and said, we have an idea that we can fly. At one point, there was the idea that you can never have 1,000 songs in the palm of your hand. And Steve Jobs came along and said, I don't care about that experience. My experience, my idea is you can. So your experience is actually what limits you. And when you have a mind, and people are all about their mind, their mindset, what you're basically saying is, look, I'm a spiritual being that has a mind that I need to check all the time on my mind. I need to check my mind before I do. What I'm saying is you don't need to check your mind. You need to know. When you're in an excellent condition, you don't need to check, you know. You don't need to believe, you know. So what people need in order to have an excellent money mindset is actually to not have a mindset. It sounds counterintuitive, but you need to know. Of course, the question is, how do you know and what's stopping you from knowing? But that's another subject we can, get into, yes or no. Depends on you.
Yes. So that's exactly what I was going to ask. How do you get the feeling of knowing? Now, the reason I ask you this is because sometimes I have this feeling of knowing, and it's not something I can control. Like I can be like, I feel like I was born a champion. Okay. Like I was born to win, although not in necessarily, wealthy circumstances or anything like that. But I feel that sometimes, and I don't know how, sometimes I'm able to channel this feeling of knowing that something's going to happen. And I have this extreme certainty that it's going to happen in the way that I kind of not planned it, but you can say had a feeling of knowing it's going to happen that way. And it does. And it's in particular for good stuff. Now, I do have sometimes a feeling of knowing for bad stuff as well. It's quite interesting. And I find that there's nothing I know how to do so that I can channel this at a certain moment to say that, I have a feeling of knowing every single day. Because what I find is that sometimes I have this feeling of knowing, and then I'm like so good, like so many things, like so many synchronicities happen, and then I attract so many extraordinary people and opportunities that other people would be like dreaming of and never getting. And then I could go through other periods where I find that I'm guided by insecurity, by fears, and by hopes. And it's in those moments where there's this kind of like, it feels almost like I'm a goose passing through water, like not really kind of, although you can say I'm continuously a magnet for opportunities, I'm continuously a magnet for people, but I feel like in those times I am not manifesting as fast because I'm guided by insecurities, indecision, fears, and hopes. But when I have this feeling of knowing, I'm like this machine. It's like I'm the goddess of the universe, and then I know everything, and it's like everything is working, and I'm having so much fun, and I feel loved, and I'm joyful, and then everything works, and I'm making money, and then I'm healthy, and I'm in love, with myself, and even if I'm not in a relationship, I still feel that. So tell us how to actually get to this feeling of knowing all of the time.
Yeah, so great question. First of all, you are a powerful person, right? You've gotten results in life. Despite any challenges in your life, you've managed to make it happen even when it was failing. So that's a testament to you. Really, you for sure are powerful. And most people, in fact, everyone is very powerful, much more than they know. But the problem is this: you are not you, but really me, you, everyone. Okay, when I say you, I'm talking to the listeners, I'm talking to me. Okay, you're an amazing engine, Ferrari engine, but you have handbrakes up. So beautiful engine, but not just one handbrakes. You have many handbrakes up in many parts of your life. And so what happens is you try to go, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, which means it's not under your control. So there's a concept that's called cause or effect. Cause is you make it happen, you are the one that brought it about, and effect means it happened to me, I waited for it, it hit me, good or bad. If it's hitting me without me making it happen, it means that I am effect. What we want to be is cause. Cause means we make it happen. Do you get that so far? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good. So for as long as you are guided, what that means is that for that time that you're being guided, you are at effect. Because I need to be guided means I don't know. It means that something needs to guide me. I'm at the mercy of the guide. If the guide tells me to go here, I go there. If the guide tells me to go there, I go there. You don't need to be guided by anything. You need to guide. You are the guide. So first of all, you need to get this viewpoint of if it puts me at effect, it's not me, number one. Number two, and this will sound weird to everyone listening, I know. And what I say is opposite to what almost everyone says. So I'm giving fair warning. I'm giving a disclaimer. It's opposite to what mostly everyone says. But once you understand it, you'll see it works. You do not need feelings, because your feelings are not you. They are your feelings. Like you have your cell phone, your car, your watch, your feelings. It's not you. It's something that belongs to you. Like my phone belongs to me. It's not me though. I can't be my phone. The phone cannot be the phone. Your feelings are not you. It's something external to you. You know. And your feelings put you at effect. Now I feel like I want to, now I feel like I don't. Today I feel happy, tomorrow I don't feel happy. So what that means is I'm relying on something other than me to make something happen, to decide to do something, to feel a certain way. The truth is you don't need to rely on feelings the more you get into a good condition. Because you know, you can make something feel a certain way, but you don't need to feel it. Do you get what I'm saying? I know it's kind of different.
Yeah, it's almost like the feelings are your possessions, and then you are the guide, and you are in control of your feelings as well, because they belong to you. So you can kind of have some sort of control over it. Am I getting this?
You're totally getting it, because you see, but it's different, because most people worship their feelings. Most people, what their feelings tells them is what is true. Most people, they say, listen to your feelings. I say, no, don't listen to your feelings. Your feelings are not you. What do you need to do to get the expected results? If I need to stay up late and I don't feel like it, but I need to stay up late to get my work done, I'll stay up late. I don't care what my feelings tell me. And I will love it, because you need to know that you create your own feelings. Your feelings don't come from some powder that gets sprayed on your head. Your feelings you create. So I not only do what I need to do, but I love it while I'm doing it. If I need to take care of an elderly person, and with that comes changing their diaper, I will love it. Love changing the diaper. Love it, because it's what's needed. So I'll do what's needed to help this elderly person or a baby. I have a newborn. I love changing her diaper because it's what's needed. I love it. People say, oh, but it's poo, it smells. No, it's not. I love it because it's what's needed. So I create my feelings. I don't get guided by my feelings.
Okay, so tell us, how do we get to knowing something,
Yeah.
trusting that it's coming from a feeling, from knowing, and not from a feeling of feeling great or feeling bad about it? How do we know it comes from knowing and not from a feeling of good?
Yeah, good question. So number one, the first thing to know is, like anything, the way to know is to learn. Now, learning is not what most people think, which is adding data. Most people think if I'm learning, I need to add data, more books in the library. What I'm saying, no, learning is actually removing data that isn't workable. There's something called a fake reality. A fake reality is a piece of information you're 100% sure is right, but when you use it, it doesn't bring you the expected results. It's something that you're sure is right, but doesn't bring you the expected results. In other words, you need to know if you have an area of your life that you don't have the expected results in, you have fake realities in that area. You have something you think is right, but it's very wrong. If you don't have the expected results in your relationships, if you don't have the expected results with your children, if you don't make enough money, if you're having problems with hiring, with firing, with organizing, with selling, with marketing, if you're not getting the expected results, you are operating on fake realities. Something you're sure is right, but it isn't. So learning is actually the process of removing fake realities, not adding data, removing fake realities. All of a sudden you lower the handbrake. Every fake reality that you get rid of, the handbrakes go down. You realize, wow, I'm actually a powerful engine. And slowly by learning, you get to a point where all of a sudden you understand. It doesn't mean you know it yet. It means I understand. So at the beginning, I'm learning to play guitar. It's very tough. I don't know how to play guitar. All of a sudden, I start to be able to play a few chords. Okay. Then all of a sudden, I understand how to play a song. It doesn't mean I know how to play guitar yet. It means I understand the guitar. Then you continue learning, and all of a sudden, one day, wow, I know. I know means I can create something new. I can just play and I can make up a song. I just know. I don't need to check into my book to see how do I do this. I just know. Like, how do you know your name? You just know your name. So you get to this point where you know. So how do you get to the point of that? I know. I just know and I can create by learning. People don't realize that there is a lot to learn on every subject, and you have to invest the time into learning. But learning has to be in the direction of removing data, not adding data, which is what we do that's unique. We remove fake realities, and you need to do it with the viewpoint that you already know. You're just here to handle the handbrakes. And again, that's what we do. And then we get everyone that works with us to this incredible position of, I know.
Thank you. Give us an example. Let's say I want to be a billionaire and I'm not a billionaire. What fake reality do I need to remove in order to make it happen? Is it just to learn how to actually do the business better? Or what are you talking about in terms of like fake realities?
Yeah. So number one, while we do teach a lot about how to actually run a business, there's many parts to running a business. Yes, sales, marketing, hiring, firing, we teach it all. But really, the first thing to do is to get the individual into a good condition. And what are the fake realities with getting to $1 billion? One of the major things, first of all, is to realize that it's actually very easy to make very easy. What's difficult is to get rid of the idea that it's hard to make money. So what happens is everybody has this idea secretly. Everyone that doesn't have enough money, anyone, has this idea secretly that tells them, I cannot have enough money. I can't have money. I can't have money. They have this thing, but I can't. And so they go around all day long and they say, I want money, I want money, I want money, I want money, I want money. But anytime they go to say, I want money, anytime they go to sell, anytime they go to present their product, they at the same breath have something quietly that tells them, but you can't have money. But for you, it's no, you're not, you don't deserve it, you can't. They have many fake realities that basically say, look, you can't. So the first thing that we handle is getting rid of that. This thing that anyone that doesn't have enough money, without fail, has this thing that they secretly tell themselves, I cannot have money. So that's what we do. And now, how do we do it? I can talk about it, but I'll tell you one more thing. Anybody that says, I want to be successful, is currently saying, I'm a failure. Success is a target that only failures want to achieve. Success is a target that only failures want to achieve. And I know that that's not nice to hear, but people need to realize this. If you say, I'm thirsty, it means that right now you don't have water. If you say, I want water, it means I'm thirsty. If you're saying, I want water, I don't have water. If you say, I want a new car, or I want a car, it means right now you don't have a car. Otherwise, why do you want the car? Because you already have it. You don't go around saying, I want a hand, I want a hand. No, I have a hand. But if I were to lose the hand, I will say, I want a hand. When you say, I want success, what you're saying is, I'm right now failing. That's what you're saying. I right now don't have it, which means I'm failing. So success is something that only failures want. People that say, I want to be successful, basically are saying, I'm failing at the same time. What you should want is to help people. Create, help people, help more people. Create and help. If you have the viewpoint that I just want to create, I just want to help, I don't care about success, money, how can I help more? I call my salespeople help people, not salespeople, because selling could be defined as helping the prospect to help themselves with your product or service. Sales is a help action. So people that don't have success right now, find ways to help more. What type of help? Any help, not even in your industry. Just go find ways to help more, you will see the magic.
Thank you. But don't you find that if someone was to focus just on helping and not have an awareness of how to sell necessarily, they could be like a really good librarian. You know, they help a lot of people in terms of like helping them to study and whatever, but they still make this, let's say 20 grand per year or whatever. I'm not sure what a librarian makes.
Sure.
Isn't there supposed to be like a mixed mindset where, yeah, I want to help 1 million people, but I also want to, have 100 million pounds or whatever.
Right. So help does not mean for no return. Most people think if I help you, it means that you don't return. No, help should have a return. It doesn't have to be a return in the same currency, but there needs to be a back and forth because that's how there's expansion. I help you, you help me, I help you help me, and we grow and we grow and we grow. So when I say you need to help more, it doesn't mean just go around and do it for charity. You help, and not that I'm against charity, but when we're talking business, you have a line of work that you're in. How can you help more people? I'm not saying now you are you're a car salesman. Don't go be a librarian. It's not relevant. But in your area, help more. See what you can do to help. Give your friends connections to people in the car industry. Go and talk to clients and don't try to sell them. Try to help them. Just see what your purpose is not to get them to pay. Your purpose is to really help them. Just see what you can do in your sphere with the vision of forget the commission, forget the paycheck, forget it. Help. How can I help? How can I help? And just you do that for one day. If somebody can go around with one day that truly their only purpose that day is to help, not to be critical, not to find things wrong, not to what's in it for me, none of that. Just help. They'll see in that one day, they'll make more money than they've ever made in a day.
Thank you. So is that the secret to grow your wealth with a money mindset?
What I've covered today is definitely the secret. The general thing for people to understand is that there's a lot to remove. If you're not getting results in your area and you want wealth, what you need to understand is that you are currently operating off of data that you think is right, but isn't. You have to just report to yourself, if I'm not getting the expected results, I'm operating off of something that isn't right. Now, many people that I say this to at the beginning, they say, yeah, I got it, but give me the data about how do I build my business to become wealthy. They come on, like I get that theory, but tell me the brass tacks. How do I structure my business right and introduce systems and hire correctly? I can teach you all that. It's fine, no problem. But if I teach you all that without handling that first, because everybody that asks me that has tried learning that already. They've tried learning to sell more and the techniques and blah, blah, blah. It didn't work so well. Why? Because there's something beneath it that you don't see. So if you really want long-term wealth, you must handle the handbrakes, the fake realities. It's a must, because any rise you have will be temporary. Even in the example you gave, it goes like this. And any time that you have it, you won't feel that you really have it. And so it's a really vital thing to resolve that first. And then you can learn how to build a business, etc. But you need to get into an excellent condition. A condition where you're not depressed, where you're not stressed, where you're not worried, where you're constantly improving, where you know you're doing well, where things go up all the time with anything you touch. When you can do that, then we'll talk about how do we build wealth, and a lot of it.
Thank you. Is there, is the target that you would not go from failure to success, but that you are already internally a success? And if yes, how do you get there to a feeling that you are already a success so that you can sort of attract your desired future to you?
Yeah, so what do you mean by internally a success? What does that mean?
So what I mean is, for example, when I get this feeling of flow, it tends to be because I'm already feeling as if I already have what I want, like that I'm already like living the lifestyle that I want, that I'm already like experiencing that joy of having the results that I want. And then that makes me feel successful. And is that the you can say the additional step to attracting success to you and to grow your wealth, that you already feel successful, that you're not kind of going from failure to success, you're already feeling a success, and that's why you kind of attract success? Or do you have a different opinion around this?
I have a slightly different view, but I want to say you're awesome, Lily. Like we need to meet up one day. I don't know. I like the way you think, and you're. I can tell you're just a really cool person. We've never met before until a minute before we started this, but you're awesome. My vision, my view on it is this. Okay, number one, if I need to attract something, again, I'm at effect. That's the problem with the whole law of attraction. It's saying I need to attract, meaning I'm waiting for the pretty girl to like me. I need to attract her. Like I'm waiting. That's what attracting means. I'm waiting. So I'm not a fan of the whole thing of you need to attract it. You go create it. And I'm also not a fan of saying, look, pretend that you're a success, because you know that unless you genuinely produce results. And sometimes you need to be like, well, let me validate all the improvements here. Unless you really have brought results, you know that you're masking, and I'm not saying you, but you know that you're masking how you really feel. So what you do is this. To achieve success is this. Success can be defined, my definition for success is the sum of all your validated improvements. Sum is like adding it up. Validated is like I pat myself on the back, well done. And an improvement is something that got better. When you say to yourself, well done, you did well, this was good, you improved here, a win there, wow. You do, wow, one improvement, another improvement, another improvement, another improvement, another improvement, and all of a sudden, wow, I'm successful, I'm creating, because you've found so many ways that you're improving. What do most people do? Most people are experts at finding what was wrong. What is wrong with everything. Most people are experts at finding the bad. They look in the mirror, they find the bad. They look at their friend, they find the bad. They look at their family, they find the bad. They look at their day, they find the bad. They look at their business, they find the bad. They compare, they see what's wrong. And most people that I work with, I have them do an exercise of, good, tell me what was the win from today? What was an improvement? Well, what was good today? What improved compared to yesterday? And I see people scratching their head. Today, I don't know if there was anything. Or if they could tell me today, I say, good. The next day I talk to them again. And what was the improvement today? Nothing today. Yesterday was good, but today, not. Which means if you can't see every day improvements, wins, successes, it means you're failing. It means you're going down. So what you need to do is become an expert at finding what's right, finding the improvements. How did you improve today? Oh, a client reached out via our website. And then you'll say, yeah, but I didn't close them. Doesn't matter. You got to reach more than yesterday. Well done. Oh, our marketing is getting 8 likes, but it's not 12. Doesn't matter. You got 8 likes. 8 people liked it. It's an improvement because the day before you only got 6, right? Yes, 6. Okay, so you improved. Well done. Yeah, but it's not at 150 like I want it to be. It's okay. It's an improvement. You have to validate every improvement, become obsessed with finding where you're improving in every part of your life. That's how you make success. In other words, you put it there. You don't wait for it to come to you. You find the improvements and you'll see success will happen.
Thank you. Why do you find that validating your own optimizations is so important? And I ask you as the queen of optimizations, because
yes.
Everywhere I go, I always find so many amazing things that can be optimized, and it gives me so much joy to optimize stuff, including people. Like I'm talking about, for example, if someone was wearing, let's say, something that doesn't suit them in terms of like colors, as part of my program, what I do is that I look at what colors would suit them better, do a photo shoot, get them on the cover of a book. And then, their entire image kind of becomes, I feel like that they become a lot more confident. And because of that, they show up differently for themselves as well.
Yeah. Amazing, by the way. That's so cool that you do that. I didn't know. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what my question was.
Your question was, why is optimizing so important? Why do I find that to be so important?
Yeah, like why is it so important to kind of pat yourself on the back when you are, when you are doing these kind of things? Now, I do that actually with my partner, Harry, and how we do it is we have this thing called, you're not going to believe what happened. And, and every time we meet, and I'm talking, we live in the same house and we work in not the same business, but we have businesses that we collaborate with, and we always have this thing about you're not going to believe what happened, and there's always something that we celebrate, and sometimes we celebrate even really tiny things, but anyway, I'm digressing too much now.
No, you're not. I'm with you fully. So I get what you're saying, and I like that. You're not going to believe what happened. That's cool. I'll tell you this, okay? And again, I know that the concepts I'm saying are different. Like I see a lot of podcast guests on many different podcasts, and they say the same type of stuff that everybody sort of agrees to and knows. And I know that what I'm saying is different. But when you apply it, it's true. And if you really give it the weight that it kind of deserves, you'll see it will affect your life positively. And again, I'm not saying you, but in general, right? So the idea is this. People think that they fix machine. Let me put it to you this way. When you have a machine that's broken, what do? You find what's wrong with it. Yes? That's like, this thing is broken. What's the problem? The batteries. The batteries are broken, are flat. We need to change them out. Let's get new batteries. The batteries are the problem. So to fix machines, you need to find what's wrong with them. Why isn't the car driving? Because there's a flat tire. That's what's wrong with it. So we become in this idea that to fix things, we need to find what's wrong with them, which is true when you're dealing with machines. To fix a machine, you need to find what's wrong with them. People, you fix by finding what's right with them. But most people try to fix people by finding what's wrong with them. So you go and you tell people what's wrong with them, what's wrong with them, what's wrong with them. You work with your staff, you tell them what's wrong with them. You have your wife and you tell her what's wrong, what she did wrong. People don't get fixed by finding what's wrong with them. That actually destroys them. People get fixed by finding what's right with them. In your case, optimizing. You find what's right. When you find what's right and you magnify it you will see that they will naturally fix what's wrong, because we are the worst judges on ourselves. We know what's wrong with us. Like, you know what's not going 100%. You don't need somebody to come and tell you more about what's wrong with you. In fact, you find what's wrong with yourself that's not even wrong. Like, most people find things that are, they start to dislike qualities about themselves that are like their best qualities. So people are experts at finding what's wrong with themselves. You really don't need somebody else to tell you more of what's wrong with you, because people have a real problem with finding what's right with themselves. As I said, they don't validate their improvements. So you need to become somebody that finds what's right with your staff, what's right with your wife, what's right with you. If you find what's right with you, magnify the right. The bad, it's not that the bad isn't there. Well, everyone knows the bad's there. We don't need to make it bigger. Thank you. The bad's there. Let's grow the good. When you grow the good, you get so powerful that you can handle whatever is the bad. It's a different view. Like, nobody says this concept of what I just said. Machines you fix by finding what's wrong with them. People you fix by finding what's right with them. This concept, if you truly get it, it will change everything about your relationships, about your business, about partners, about everything.
Thank you. Tell us where entrepreneurs can find you.
Yeah. So you can go to gprosperity.com. Our company is called Guaranteed Prosperity. Everything we do is guaranteed. If we're doing a sales course and it didn't improve your sales, don't pay us, we'll pay you for wasting your time. I'm sorry for wasting your time. That's our viewpoint. Like, if you don't get results, we'll pay you. So everything we do is guaranteed. That's why the company is called Guaranteed Prosperity. You can find it as just G, the letter G, prosperity.com. I run a program where I have a bunch of training that I give for free. The courses I give for free, so you can get whatever knowledge you need. And every week we do these weekly coaching sessions live where I handle whatever problems you're going through. Plus you get support and all kinds of additional benefits. It's called the Money Mind. That's gprosperity.com/money mind. And my mission, and basically I didn't even start with this, but I can tell you my mission in my business is to create 10,000 ethical millionaires. Ethical millionaires means they've helped 10,000 times a lot. 1,000,000 times of helping, and they became a millionaire. So 10,000 ethical millionaires means they did it in a way that has sustainability and that all parts of their life are going well. And so that's what I do on the Money Mind. It's a program that's extremely affordable. I've made it way more affordable than most coaching programs. And so that's where you can find us. Of course, we're on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Just look up Guaranteed Prosperity. My personal handle is Gal A. Ezra. My name, GALAEZRA. That's my handle. But the first two links are the most relevant for you. gprosperity.com and gprosperity.com/money mind.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential business titans, providing you with the insights to awaken to your full potential, so you can get paid to be yourself, find true happiness, and manifest anything you desire.